Move! I want to see everyone in the square.
Don't be afraid. They'll soon be gone.
Bring out all your provisions, and no harm will come to you.
You would take everything? And let our entire village starve?
The strong will survive. That's the law of nature, Tavern Keeper, and the law of the people of the sea.
What gives you the right?
This gives me the right. Understood? That's better.
That's everything, Zek. Almost too much to carry.
Good. Make the villagers help. I don't want the bother of coming back.
You shouldn't have bothered coming at all.
Look, here comes the runt and his bodyguards.
I think you and your men will be leaving now, though you may want to apologize first for frightening these people.
Ha! Did you hear that? You think I'm afraid of an apprentice shogi who hides behind women?
Oh, you're the brave one, all right, Zek. It takes a lot of courage to lead a band of warriors into a defenseless village.
Eric!
So the little shogi is angry.
Let's let them settle this fairly, shall we?
It's all right, Jana. I'll take care of him. Don't push me, Zek. Got it.
That's enough! You've both shown what great fighters you are. This isn't gonna settle anything.
You're right, Jana.
But you and your men will leave the village, now!
We'll be back, Princess. All right, men, we're leaving.
And I'm coming with you.
Eric?
You heard him, Jana. They'll just raid again when we're not around. Here or somewhere else. Unless we stop it once and for all.
What's with Herrick? Does he want another shot at Zek that bad?
He's got a score to settle with, but not with Zek.
Like I said, you're taking me with you. I want to speak to Wolf.
And so do I. We'll demand that he put a stop to this raiding.
No, Jana. I prefer to handle this myself.
Let him do it his way, Jana. Wolf doesn't respond well to demands. Besides, I think it would be better for us to stay here and make sure that Zek's men really do keep away from the village.
All right, since both of you seem to agree.
Be firm, Herrick. Your father will only listen to you if he respects you. Find a horse for Zek, Pavel. It wouldn't be right for the great conqueror of defenseless villages to lead Herrick on foot.
You sure you don't want me to come along? I don't like seeing you go off alone with Zek.
Don't worry. We Shogis have a few tricks up our sleeves.
He's in no danger. Zek might boast and brag and throw a punch or two, but he'd never risk really hurting the son of his chief. Isn't that right?
Watch your back, Herrick.
Give it to me!
Don't you think we have enough problems with the barbarians? With the people of the sea?
He refuses to give me back my grain! He's just stubborn! He knows that—
Enough! One at a time. You first.
Well, after you chased away the the men of the sea, each villager took his own goods back from the pile. This is the last bag of grain.
So whose is it?
Mine! Mine!
I see. A question of property. It's up to the lord of the land to settle this kind of dispute.
But this bag belongs to me.
Prince Duncan is away, Jana.
There's no one else at hand with the authority to make a ruling. Except for you, Princess.
Me?
You're a lord. Well, a lady.
And you carry the sword of justice.
That's right. You can decide.
Wolf!
Where are the provisions? And the men?
Your men will be here soon, Wolf. But as for supplies, you'll have to find another source.
Don't think you can defy me, Herrick, just because you are my son.
I don't expect anything from my father, Wolf. I came to speak to the leader of the people of the sea. And I still say you cannot continue to pillage the kingdom.
Your son is a true shogi, Wolf. Just like his mother.
You will not speak of her, Zek. Leave us alone. Both of you.
What about me, father? May I speak of my mother?
Come. It's time we had a talk.
First it's the mother, and now it's the son, putting strange ideas in Wolf's head. I should have killed both of them when I had the chance.
Alas, that opportunity is past, Zek. But we may have another.
You are the keeper of our traditions, Zoldan. If you can help me protect our way of life, even from our chief, it is your duty to do so.
Spirits of the end of time, inspire my vision!
Ah, magic. Nothing solves a problem more than a sharp blade. You again, little shaman.
Oh, Master of Darkness, hear my request. I call on you to...
Enough of your babbling. You had better have a good reason for disturbing me.
The young Shogi and his book are aboard our ship, and most of our warriors are on land. He could be taken very easily.
I see barbarians are far more skilled at treachery than flattery. I will send Bragan the regent. Do not let the shogi slip through your fingers before he arrives.
It was so long ago, yet I remember that day so clearly. Zek brought me a shogi who claimed to be a messenger from the shogi master. But Zek believed his prisoner was a spy.
Is this how the people of the sea greet those who come in peace? I bring you a chance for a better life for your people. Don't throw it away.
That first encounter was a bit unusual. But then your mother was an extraordinary woman, Herrick.
My mother was a shogi? The shogi master never told me.
He must have thought it better that you didn't know, as did I. But it's never better.
Get us underway without delay, then prepare a boarding party. We're off on a hunt.
Look at how oily these stems are. So this is the grain in the bag. That's where it's stored.
My grain is of much better quality than his.
What should I do, Tara?
What? You're asking me? Far be it for a lowly commoner like me to advise a lady on such weighty matters. I think I'd better join Whip at the tavern. That Fanger stew really looked delicious.
Your modesty is truly inspiring. Thank you so much for your help.
Katrine tried to persuade us to change our ways. She began with me. For the first time in my life, I was vulnerable. She was a shogi, an enemy, opposed to our way of life. And yet I could not muster any hostility toward her.
I say we kill her to set an example. To show them that we cannot be tricked.
I bring you an opportunity to make peace with King Edwin, to have your own place in his kingdom.
You are very sure of yourself, Shogi.
If I were not, I wouldn't be here.
Turn around. Katrine truly admired our ability to make use of the ocean's resources. She believed we could develop a thriving trade with the continent. She was the first outsider I ever saw treat us with respect and dignity, not as savages. She convinced me. I will never forget how I felt about her.
What happened?
Many among my people could not accept my love for a shogi. When you were born, Herrick, my happiness was unbounded. Katrine had given me a son, an heir. I was sure that with time, my men would accept you. You were my son, consecrated by our people's rights. You were a man of the sea.
But they never did accept me, did they? You sent me away.
No, Herrick. Your mother fled and took you away. Back to the cursed Shogis, and away from your people. Away from me.
Don't worry. Everything will be all right.
Oh, I know Herrick can take care of himself.
I wasn't talking about Herrick. I was thinking about the grain dispute that you have to settle.
Yes, of course. A bag of grain. It seems so silly. I was half kidding when I said they should take it up with Duncan. I wonder what he'd say.
He would take it very seriously. A bag of grain may seem silly to a princess, but it means a lot to people who don't have much.
You're right, of course. Still, I think I should have gone with Herrick.
Herrick will rise to every challenge with courage and good sense. Let's do the same.
The barbarian ship is in sight, my lord. We'll close in when night falls.
Prepare to board, and remember, all we want from that ship is the shogi, or his book of tricks.
I always thought you didn't want me. Now I've come back to your ship uninvited, insisting that you change your life. So Zek is right. I am like my mother.
In more ways than you know. Except that you won't betray me as she did.
I can't accept that. I can't believe she ever meant any harm to the people of the sea. Something's happened, I'm sure of it.
I'd like to know too.
Ha! A ship can be a dangerous place, my boy.
To arms! To arms! Enemy ship closing in fast!
Here they come! They're turning back! We've done it!
Where's Herrick?
He must be hiding somewhere!
No, that's not like him. There! They're taking Herrick! Their attack was a diversion! Herrick!
Too late!
Cut the ropes! We've got to catch them!
We can't risk the ship! Not for a shogi!
For this shogi, we risk everything! Now, cut the ropes!
We are assembled here to determine the ownership of this sack of grain.
The evidence has been presented and the witnesses heard. Princess Jana, peer of the realm, will now render her most just and merciful verdict.
When are you gonna rescue her from this mess?
Experience is the best teacher, Silkar.
I must admit that I can find nothing conclusive about this case.
But I assure you that this sack is mine. Otherwise, I would never insist. I work hard enough as it is.
Ha! You spend more time in this tavern than in the field?
That's enough! We will adjourn until tomorrow. Then, after carefully considering all the arguments, I will give you my verdict.
What will you do?
I haven't the faintest idea.
Oh, my head. Have a headache, little shogi? Perhaps we can find a remedy in your book of life. Dragon? No! The barbarians! They came after us!
Fire! Fire!
Stand and fight! We still outnumber them!
Leave him be.
I didn't think you were so reckless, barbarian.
Did you think I would allow you to kidnap my son without a fight?
I see. It's the animal's instinct to protect his brood. Look out! We'll meet again.
We can't stay aboard any longer. The fire is out of control.
So, Jana, has a good night's sleep inspired any wisdom?
Not really, Tara. I think I could use your advice.
But that's your job. The princes advise the king and make the laws and enforce the laws.
But this is ridiculous! We ought to make their lives easier, not control every little thing.
I think you've just had an inspiration. Why don't you consult the village elders?
You all know these men better than I do. What do you think?
Aemond has a tendency to get things confused in his head.
Theo is a nice lad, but he does exaggerate.
The sack isn't very heavy. It likely belongs to the old lady, Gervais. The barbarians' attack shook her up. She probably forgot to retrieve it when they left.
But if everyone knew, why didn't someone say something?
You are a princess and represent the king. We would never challenge a royal decision.
Tell everyone to assemble in the square.
I never would have escaped from Bragan if you hadn't come for me.
You are my son.
You saved the Book of Life as well. And it doesn't even look damaged.
Katrine.
Mother.
Herrick, my son, if you hear this message, it is because my brother, the Shogi Master, has judged that you are mature enough to know the truth. I wanted you to know why I took the most painful decision of my life. Your father is a great leader, Herrick, but his love for me cost him the love and respect of his people. They need their chief, but he cannot lead them with me at his side. I hope he can find it in his heart to forgive me. When you were born, the men of the sea felt threatened, afraid of the change you would bring. When I learned of a plot against you, I decided to take you to the safest refuge I know, to the Shogis. I beg your forgiveness, my dear son, for denying you your family. Please know that I love you.
I didn't know. I didn't understand. All these years, I thought that she fled out of cowardice. Now I see that she had great courage. She sacrificed all she had for the sake of my people. From now on, they will honor her memory. I'll see to that.
Just lead them into a better future. That's what Mother would have wanted. And I will be a link between the Shogis and the people of the sea, as she was.
Go. Tell your friends they don't have to fear the people of the sea any longer.
I grew up in a world that I thought was perfect. I was a princess and I had no worries. King Edwin was good and wise, and his laws were just. But after Edwin died, the regent changed all that. Since then, I have fought to bring justice back to the kingdom. But it starts here, with all of you.
You can rely on the wisdom of your own village elders to settle many of your problems without outside interference.
You must take responsibility for your own daily lives and participate more fully in the life of the kingdom. It will make you stronger. It will make us all stronger.
Thank you, Princess.
Jonna! Tara!
Herrick! Are you all right?
Never bet, Jonna. The people of the sea are no longer the enemies of the kingdom. Wolf gave me his word on it.
I'm happy for you, Herrick. It seems you finally have your father back.
Yes, Tara. And one day, I will also find my mother.